Welcome. My name is Peter Best and we're here at the second European PRRSpective meeting sponsored by Boehringer Ingelheim, and with me is Dr. Ivan Hernandez, the swine advisor for Boehringer Ingelheim Spain, and he's talking today at the meeting about the sequencing of the PRRS virus. Welcome, Dr. Hernandez. Nice to see you. How do you think sequencing would help us in controlling biosecurity, for example?
You know what? When you are fighting against PRRS, it's not enough to say, it's PRRS in my farm. You have to see the real face of the virus. That's the reason why sequencing can help you. You have to see if the virus that you have in your farm is the resident one or a new entry. That's the reason why sequencing can help you. Sequencing is going to give you the face of this virus. So this face is going to tell you if the virus is coming from the outside or not.
How often would you need to do this on an individual farm?
You know what? When the people ask me how often I have to sequence, the virus evolve over time. So can differentiate 1% or 2% per year, even less, but you don't know what the virus is going to evolve during time. So the most frequent you sequence, the best to know if this virus that you get 1 year ago is the same or not that the one that you have in your farm.
Is this an expensive procedure for the farm to do this sequencing on a frequent basis?
If you look only the money that you spend to sequence, it could be a lot of money. But if you think about the breaks that you can avoid, because sequencing is a way to measure the biosecurity, but indirectly, if you have a lot of lateral introduction within your farm,
yes,
probably your biosecurity is poor. So sequencing can help you to fix all these gaps in your farm.
So you see,
so for me, it's extremely cheaper.
You see the face of the virus and the face of your biosecurity by doing this. This is an investment more than a cost, is it? But how difficult is it? Let's say that I have 1,000 sows, as an example. Okay, quite a large herd. How much sampling would I have?
So a small one. The average in Spain is 1,000.
Yeah.
The media, so.
Yes. So for such a herd, how much sampling is needed to do a sequencing process, please?
First of all, you have to take into account if it's a site 1, site 2, or a herd that has all the phases of the production. But you want to see where the virus is. If we have a herd that only have 6 kilo, the production is 6 kilo piglets, I only check 6 kilo piglets in order to see the vertical transmission. So if we detect a PCR positive, we try to run the sequencing in these positive samples.
Yes, I understand. You've referred at this meeting to Bioportal.
Yeah.
Can you just quickly, if you would, explain some of the advantages of it?
For me, Bioportal means all. Sequencing without Bioportal means nothing. I have been working in the field since 2002, receiving sequence of viruses and store this sequence in my laptop. Means nothing for me.
No.
If you are not able to get the information of all this nucleotype and put this information in the farm, the sequence means nothing.
Yes.
Bioportal is a tool, an epidemiological tool, near real time. You put all the sequence in this web tool, and they give you the information about the virus. Is the new entry, no new entry? You can control the biosecurity within your farm within a company, if the virus in the company are being sharing, or in an area, or even worldwide. If we have the consensus of all the people, you can share all the information worldwide. It's a very powerful tool. Is the future, and the future is here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hernandez. Nice to meet you. This is Peter Best at the European Perspective meeting in Prague. Thank you for joining us.